Hey, it's Dr. Ron Kaiser here from the Mental Health Gym and from the Rejuvenating Revolution and Rejuvenating University. And I'm really happy to be with you today. Let me see if I can get myself a little bit out of the sun. I guess I'm moving myself more into it. Nice to have you with us to talk about a topic that's near and dear to my heart, the type P personality. It's something that I developed over time based upon a lot of research that has been done that has identified characteristics that can be really healthy for you. And that's certainly one of the things we're trying to promote is positive mental health, positive physical health, and a positive mindset. And I think it can get all wrapped up in the type P personality. When somebody goes to a psychologist or a psychiatrist or therapist of any type, most often we're talking about seeking help with the function of personality. When the function of personality breaks down and we begin to experience depression, anxiety, substance abuse, or any kind of thing that can be counterproductive, we're talking about something that is in the function of personality that can be changed. The goal of therapy is to induce change. We want to be able to make change in a positive direction and a growth producing direction. But personality per se can have both function and structure. And a lot of times when people have thought about personality, which is kind of the collection of feelings, behaviors, thoughts, and so on, that seems to have both biological and environmental components, a lot of times people have thought in terms of negatives. So we think in terms of borderline personality, the antisocial personality, the dependent personality. A lot of times negative tends to, a negative term seems to precede the word personality. In the 1950s, psychologists Friedman and Rosenman developed the type A personality and wrote about type A personality in The Heart. One of the things that has been proven over time is that we don't necessarily associate heart disease with this type A personality that has a sense of urgency, frequently working under pressure, time limits, and so on. So while it's been largely disproven since the original research has been largely disproven because it was done on middle-aged men, it hasn't been replicated a lot, and the initial work was funded by the cigarette companies who wanted to prove that it wasn't cigarettes that contributed to heart disease, but basically an underlying personality structure. So that raised a whole lot of questions about that in the first place. So usually, again, personality has been associated with negatives, yet we know that everybody has a personality. So it's not a matter of something being negative or neutral. What I came up with is the notion of having an aspirational personality type, something that you can aspire to, something that you build in your behaviors, your thoughts, your feelings, and work toward making changes so that ultimately, when you achieve that personality type, your behaviors follow. They fit in with healthy behaviors, and our purpose is to really not be able to go backwards with behaviors because our structure is such that we're going to be positive. Now, every once in a while, sure, we may not be ourselves for a day because of some pressure we're under, or because of illness, or whatever it may be. But the basic personality structure helps to make us strong. And what I found is that we're dealing with several terms that happen to all start with P, that if we implement them, and it takes time to implement them, but they're certainly not magical things, and overlap some concepts that other people have brought up that can help in developing the healthy personality type that I call the type P personality. There's 6 P's to it. The very first one is what I call personal goal driven. Personal goal driven. Personal goal driven person sets his or her own goals. Now, we all grow up having goals set for us. But as we mature, we want to be able to take over the control of setting those goals. As long as you're working toward a personal goal, then there's a real good chance you're going to function in a healthy way because you really want to achieve that goal. Now, obviously, it then requires taking some steps toward achieving that goal. So my second P is, I hope this is showing, is proactive. Be able to take the steps necessary, not react, not let somebody else determine what your behavior is because you're reacting to them, but you have a goal, you're going to be proactive in pursuing it. Now, if you have chosen an appropriate goal, then you're going to be positive because it's something that you want to achieve. So being able to have a personal goal, be proactive, be positive in your pursuit of it. And that means that we're going to deal with roadblocks along the way because we always do, but we don't take that as a reason to not continue to pursue, to not be able to enjoy the ride, to enjoy the process, because it's leading us to the goal that we want to achieve. Now, it helps a whole lot if that goal is not just something that you thought out cognitively, but it's something that you actually are passionate about. So the fourth P is passion, or passionate. Doesn't take a whole lot of imagination to recognize that if you like what you're doing, you're more likely to do it well and feel comfortable about it and feel that there's meaning to it. Think in terms of 2 people you know, one who likes his or her job and one who hates it. Who do you think pursues it with greater passion? Who do you think comes home happier? Being passionate about your job, your partner or spouse, your choice of activities, ensures greater likelihood that it's going to get done and that will help you to feel healthy about doing it. Now, not every goal that we choose is easy, so being persistent is an important, and the 5th goal. Now, these are pretty interchangeable in when they occur, so when I say 5th, you want to be persistent from the beginning, but again, there will be roadblocks, there will be challenges. Persistence will pay off. And the last one, and again, I said they're interchangeable. This isn't the exact order that you may pursue because it's really important to be playful throughout the process. So being playful in this game of life makes it tolerable. More than tolerable, it makes it enjoyable. So there you have it. You've got personal goal driven, proactive, positive, passionate, persistent, and playful. In future videos, I'm going to go over them one at a time and try to provide some practical advice as to how you meet the challenges of implementing each of those P's. The main thing that I want to have this video embedded in your mind is the fact that if you follow through with this, you impact on the structure of personality. If you follow through on this, then you're the kind of person who will meet challenges with all these 6 things as part of you, and it ensures greater success, it ensures greater health, and greater happiness. So I hope that this has kind of whetted your appetite to want to learn more about it. In the next several videos will go into it in greater detail. This is Dr. Ron Kaiser. It's Friday, so I'm wishing you a happy weekend.